You know, people say cheating is a choice. Most ladies, especially, they say cheating is a choice. And it's good how you have described it. Cheating starts from communicating with the other person. So, this is an interesting discussion because most men here, they call other people simps, but almost all of us are just simps. We are just simps because we are not acting on free will. Most men are not even happy in their own marriages because they want other exposure to other women out there. Most men, that's what I'm saying. That's in my opinion. So, and most of us are just acting under some guidelines of marriage, maybe, and your partner has put a gun on your head, as Amos said, because they have put a lot of pressure and threats on you. This applies to both men and women. Ati mi nimewacha, mie hata nikipita hapa siwezi rudia. So I believe that when you cut it off, even the friends, because to prevent yourself, because mental strength is rare. Imagine kama mtu kama Hitler alijiua na all his power, all the power he had in the world, but he couldn't withstand failure. So, and then you believe, even people in the Bible, David, Solomon, all these people, Samson, all these people are an example. They fell into the trap. So you must cut off. That's what I believe. Even if you end on a bad note or not end in a bad note, the final product of meeting again or communicating is just you will cheat. You understand what I mean? That's estimated people of between 27% to 40% of women masturbate out here. And for men, between 41% and 65%, they masturbate every month. So this is an issue that is prevalent. You can imagine 27 to 40% of women masturbate, and 41 to 65% of men across the globe masturbate. This according to a scientific study, and this is monthly. So it's a topic that needs more attention, and today we want now to bring our attention to this. We want to see why people masturbate and why choose masturbate or why not. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Worldview podcast. I'm your host Gad. I'm joined today by Isaiah and another good friend of mine called Amos. So Amos is new. I just want to give him this opportunity to introduce himself. Amos, how are you?
I'm very fine, and thank you for the opportunity. I'm glad to be here today.
Yeah, how have you been? It's a long time.
Siku
Miaka mingi sana.
ni juzi tu pale Mfumbira ama ziliwanga inaitwaje pale Mfumbira ama zilikuwa inaitwanga nini hiyo hostel.
Old man guy.
For
Ilikuwa
those
Menengai
who
ama
have been to KU. Mfumbiro, wewe umesema
yeah,
ukweli. Ilikuwa inaitwa Mfumbiro ama vitu gani?
Yeah, kitu kama hiyo.
Hapana, ulikuwa hiyo ni old man.
So jamaa anajua hizo hostel zote bwana.
Inauma lakini
Yeah.
Yeah, so Amos, just to let you know, we have been doing this podcast for a while now. We are on our 5th episode today, I think. We have been doing very well, and we thank God for this far. So, I think you've been watching our videos. I don't know if you've been doing so, and I think you have a clue maybe.
Yeah,
Do you have
following your recent episode? I think you were talking about something like masturbation or cheating. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So thank you very much for accepting our invitation. And today, I want you to meet our viewers, tell them something a bit about yourself, what you do, and why you joined us, please.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. For those who don't know me, My name is Amos Odongo Njaya. Yeah, and as for what I do, though I don't practice, but I'm a financial expert, I'm a financial advisor, I'm a financial analyst, and
Hey.
also writing. Yeah, and for today, I have joined the podcast just to share my views and actually to share my views. And when two or more people meet together, especially men, great things happen. So definitely, great thing will happen.
Yeah, I'm very fascinated and excited about that. I didn't know you're a financial advisor, but I know you're a great intellect. We were with you at in campus at Kenyatta University. And if anyone out there needs financial advice, Amos can guide you very well. If you're watching this video, you can reach out to him. Maybe you can tell us your social handles if you have some. And then if anyone needs that help, they can reach out to you as well.
Yeah, my social handle, my email is textamos@gmail.com. TXT, same to X, or what we used to call Twitter handle. Yeah, text Amos.
Okay,
So you
beautiful,
can reach me
beautiful.
there.
Yeah. All right, that's beautiful. And for those who don't know, Amos can write very good articles. He's been doing very well in this. And I think we shall benefit a lot from him in this podcast. And I hope, Amos, you can be joining us most often so that these guys can benefit from you as well, from your financial expertise. I think they will really, really benefit as well because we shall organize such talks as well. There are many people out here with money, but they don't know where to invest. They don't know how to handle their cash. I think from your knowledge, from a degree and maybe a master's degree, you can really help these people out. So thank you for joining us, and I hope we shall be with you more often, shall we?
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, thank you. So Isaiah, how are you? How have you been?
Thank you, God. I'm fine. Amos, I hope you are fine. I've been good.
Yeah, I'm
Everything
fine.
has been good for me. I can't complain. Back to you, God.
Thank you, thank you. I'm also fine. The things that we've been doing are great things, and we have hit a milestone. I was thinking the other day, when will we get to even 5 episodes? And you have done very well. That means we are going in the right direction. So today we have a very good discussion to do. We had promised, guys, that we shall come back to the topic of masturbation. I just want to tell guys that today, unfortunately, we are not joined by Lucy because of some work-life balance issue. She is most engaged in her profession sometimes, but when she's available, we shall be with her here. So today we are going back to the topic of masturbation, and we want to continue covering this topic in another dimension. We want to talk now about one specific thing. We had asked, would you rather masturbate or cheat on your spouse, partner, wife, or just someone who you are sexually active with? Would you rather cheat on them or masturbate? So I will just want to give people a brief recap about our previous discussion. We had talked about the negative impacts of masturbation, more negative and positive. And this question, I think, it's a question that will join both, is like a conjunction between the positives and negative. Because people who would rather masturbate know its positivities, and people who will not they are inclined to its negative impacts. So today, this is a big question, and almost most people out here masturbate. Like there's a study in Healthline that says in older adults, an estimated people of between 27% to 40% of women masturbate out here. And for men, between 41% and 65%, they masturbate every month. So this is an issue that is prevalent. You can imagine 27 to 40% of women masturbate, and 41 to 65% of men across the globe masturbate. This according to a scientific study, and this is monthly. So it's a topic that needs more attention. And today we want now to bring our attention to this. We want to see why people masturbate and why choose masturbate or why not. So after this recap, we want to now talk about the main discussion. Would you rather masturbate or cheat? So we shall start with you, Isaiah. I want you to tell me, would you rather masturbate or cheat?
To me, I don't think I can do either of the above. I cannot pick any.
Yeah.
Maybe
How?
if I
How
was
can
to
you not
advise a
pick any?
person who is, I cannot pick any because I'm satisfied with my partner. I don't have any reasons. The advantages of masturbation and cheating cannot benefit me.
So
Huyo
you are
jamaa
not
ameepa
answering the
swali.
question.
Sijahepa swali, nasema tu yani siwezi rather yani kama niko kwa nimeshikwa
Yeah, let's say it's you.
labda.
Which one would you choose? You have
It's
just two
me.
options. Yeah, you have the two options.
Two options.
Yeah.
He has a gun on your head. You choose either the one.
Or to choose any. I think I'll go with masturbation.
Are
And
you
I have
talking
some
this?
reasons that
I,
back. I'm talking at
yeah,
gunpoint now. Let us assume
yeah.
it's gunpoint.
Oh, not from experience.
Experience, no. I'm not
Yeah.
experienced
Mm-hmm.
in masturbation. I've just witnessed some incidents, though.
Yeah. You're not experienced. Yeah.
Experience. Hey, masturbation is a big thing, though.
Yeah.
But I think I'd rather masturbate than cheat.
Okay. Tell us why.
First of all, there is no law that advocates that I cannot masturbate. First of all, since when you are in marriage, cheating is unethical, and there are laws that do not allow for that. They caution you against such. For instance, the Marriage Act of 2014 in Kenya, uh, committing adultery or infidelity or cheating, as we say, uh, necessitates now filing for divorce for a partner. It's not a crime, but it will be the beginning of divorce. That's the first one. The second one, masturbating. While masturbating, I'll not be cheat. I'll not be mixing many partners, soul ties, whatever. If you understand the soul ties, when you are with one person, maybe you exchange fluids. Is that soul ties? Sex is spiritual, as they always say. You see, the third thing, I'd rather masturbate because I will not contact STDs or I'll not affect my partner. I'll just remain in that sense. But for if I agree with my partner that masturbating is not a problem, it will also it will be okay with me. I think that those are some of the advantages, are not reasons.
So I've heard you saying because the law restricts you. So is this the only reason you cannot cheat?
Now, that's not the only reason I cannot cheat. But masturbation is safe. If my partner maybe does not satisfy more, masturbation will be it's It's a good substitute as compared to now cheating. Cheating comes with a lot of cost. It's also costly. Can you imagine
Yeah.
you are having an extra partner, you have to sleep. Maybe the partner, the other side chick wants to chat at night. I will not sleep. I'll have to sneak my way outside, chat maybe for 3 hours, then come back, sleep now with maybe my partner. You see, it will be it will destabilize my mind. I will not have enough time to rest. But for a case of masturbating, you'll just you just go in the toilet there, you just operate yourself. Faster, faster, I choke the monkey, come back.
Okay, okay, okay. So thank you for your remarks. But what about you, Amos? Which one would you choose? Would you masturbate or cheat?
Wow. First, that is a tricky question.
Yeah,
Uh, but for me, as an African Rastaman, I would rather cheat
yeah,
than, yeah, that is at gunpoint, you know. If I only have those two options, I would rather cheat.
yeah. Why would you rather cheat? Why choose cheat than just masturbate and forget about it?
hmm First of all, let's say I will go with the African culture.
Yeah,
I can say that, you know, as a man, in African polygamy is allowed. So as a man, I would rather just cheat on my partner than masturbate because it is somehow culturally allowed. You know,
yeah. That brings us to a very
yeah,
interesting topic because Isaiah said the laws have prevented most people from cheating. But the other side, on the flip of the other side, polygamy is allowed. So, and I'm not saying cheating is polygamy, but in the process of materializing polygamy, you have to first of all engage in cheating because
exactly.
infidelity does not only include sex, it includes even courting. So that's like on the flip side, you can decide to
No.
have another wife or another partner, and the laws will not consequently affect you. So, Isaiah, what's your comment on that?
I think infidelity does not count as courting is not infidelity. They cannot judge you basing on an idea, abstract idea. Because, for instance, in the Muslim culture, you are allowed to marry up to 4 wives, of which you
Yeah,
will discuss with your wife. Maybe if you have only one wife, you will discuss with her, agree with her, and tell her why you want to marry the second wife. Maybe if your resources allow, you can get the second wife. If your wife does not agree to that, she can always hand in a divorce. You see?
yeah,
So I don't think on which grounds it in maybe in different settings it can be cheating, but in different settings, maybe if you're hiding, it's cheating. But if you're a Muslim, you have to be guided by some ideals. You can't come from just from the sky and you say you want to marry. Why do you want to marry a second wife? Are you not satisfied with maybe the sex you have been offered by your wife? Or do you have enough money, that extra money that you want to spend on somebody else who is not your relative? You have to have some reasons.
yeah.
That's my argument. I don't think just having an idea about a partner or maybe wanting to have an extra partner is cheating.
Okay, that's interesting because how would you define cheating? Have you ever cheated on your wife? Have you ever been found cheating? Like
My- yes,
maybe once in your relationship you have been in multiple relationships. Have you ever been found cheating? What did they tell you? What were you doing?
they have ever found me cheating with my wife. My wife found me once cheating. It was
Yeah,
this way. I was still lagging behind with my to my ex, holding back to my ex, still chatting. You
yeah,
see, only chatting, just telling her, "How are you? How?" it's just like having a multi-bet. Maybe you are not sure if you are going forward or you are remaining behind. Just you want to be, you don't want to lose grounds. You see,
Yeah.
it
You
was
are
it
acting
was it was a
strategically.
tricky situation. It was
Yeah.
strategic at that time, but if you mature enough, you know it's not possible to hold some conversations with your ex. It's with the reason that she's called ex, and now you have a current one. You see,
Yeah.
that's why I'm telling you, having two partners or more, you will have to find time to chat with them, all of them. It will constrain your resources. You will have to have enough resources. You know, for the ladies, if you have enough resources, maybe for instance you are very rich, they'll not bother about even attention. But if you're maybe something that you're offering maybe is only the bedtime games, you'll have to chat. You have to make them happy. That's what you are bringing on the table. You have to tell them stories, give them some affirmations. Hey, it will be tiresome. So I think that's what I think.
You know, people say cheating is a choice. Most ladies, especially, they say cheating is a choice. And it's good how you have described it. Cheating starts from communication, communicating with the other person. So, this is an interesting discussion because most men here, they call other people simps. But almost all of us are just simps. We are just simps because we are not acting on free will. Most men are not even happy in their own marriages because they want other exposure to other women out there. Most men, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's in my opinion. So, and most of us are just acting under some guidelines of marriage, maybe, and your partners, your partner has put a gun on your head, as Amos said, because they have put a lot of pressure and threats on you. This
Yes,
applies to
as you
both
can
men
see,
and women.
Amos is just shivering. Maybe
So
it's already happening.
in this podcast, I want you to be free.
Young man,
Nobody.
I'm much free. That's why I said, for me, I would rather go with the cheating rather than masturbate. I'm very free, you know. Okay,
Yeah,
just first, I just want to add something.
yeah,
Yeah, on what Isa said.
yeah,
But first, we have to define what is cheating first. You know,
yeah,
you can be talking to your ex, but there's not that sexual element. Maybe
yeah,
your ex is your neighbor. Maybe your ex is your neighbor. For instance, me, I used to date my neighbor back in the day.
Mm.
You know,
yeah.
those are the people that even though I do what, at the end of the time, definitely I will go back to them. She's my neighbor. Her mother knows me. I
Yeah.
used
And
to
then
play with her
and then you
brother,
go
blah blah
smash.
blah. So
You go
like,
smash.
no, no,
Mm.
but by then I was young. So like talking to her, like, yeah, me, I do talk to my ex sometimes, but not the sexual element, because she's my neighbor, and at the end of the day, we have to be good neighbors, you know. Yeah,
What
but
Responsible.
if
business do
she
you have?
wasn't my
What
neighbor,
business, Isaiah? What Amos? What business do you have with your ex?
yes,
If I may ask, this is a person you smashed. This is a person. If in fact, mostly, if you smashed this person, you don't have any business with
Mhm.
them. Tell me if your wife today was talking to the ex and this ex smashed her. What will prevent them from smashing again? What business do you have with them?
like, I do believe that people do change and people do grow. I
Yeah.
know you are not the same as you were last year.
Uh-huh.
As
Yeah.
human beings, we do not only grow physically, but even emotionally, mentally, brain wise.
Yes.
For me, I'm talking on my behalf. On me, I'm very wise than I was some few years ago. So the mistake that I made some few years ago, like I cannot repeat them. So if I say that now we are done, we are done, we are done, like I mean it, we are done. Unaona? Mi si mtu kama Isaiah. Isaiah hana
Wait
msimamo.
wait a bit, Amos.
But for me,
You and Isaiah, you and
yeah,
Isaiah have come a long way. Okay, just a moment.
eh,
You and Isaiah have come a long way. You have been in the
very
same
true.
high school. You have been like 20 years. You guys have been together, and Isaiah knows you are in and out. Why, Isaiah? Why are you laughing? Tell us, why are you laughing at what Amos is saying?
I'm just wondering whatever Amos is saying, maybe he can back it with his own experiences. But I'm telling you, for a man to be to be mutual friends with the ex, it will take a lot of spiritual intervention. Because first of all, let me tell you, a man will never think in the presence of a lady.
Yeah.
If a lady just passes in front of you naked and you've ever smashed, my friend, you cannot fight your mind.
Exactly. You
There are
have
some things,
never,
it's
if you have
experience.
never smashed, but
You have
if you
ever
have never
smashed. We are
smashed,
talking
but
now. Yeah.
for the case of my ex, I've already smashed. So even if she passed naked in front of
Now
me, there's
that's what
nothing
we
that
are
I will.
talking. In Kiswahili they say mazoea yana tabu.
Yeah.
It will just remind you, memories will come back, and you just say, "Oh my Lord, what have I been missing?"
That's very true. They say
From what?
what you do now, you did it sometimes back. Like, yes, there is always the first time for something, but once you do this thing, there is always a spirit that tells you to do it again. So that's why I'm telling Amos, what business do you have with your ex, especially if you smashed? If you did not smash, there is some possibility that you will not smash again.
Yeah.
The business that I have with my ex is that she's my neighbor.
Yes.
She's my neighbor. She's somehow part of my, part of the family friend. So my
How
mother
can
and
your
her
ex be
mother are friends.
Yeah.
My brother usually talks to her. My brother usually talks to her brother. So there's no way I can just go. I can just go mute on her. She's my neighbor. At the end of the day, there are some occasions that maybe sometimes in December we usually find
Because you need
ourselves.
help.
Oh, she's back. Me, I'm back. So I can't ignore her. But as I said earlier, we eliminated the sexual element. So if we meet, just hi, how are you? How have you been? How is life? Blah blah blah, and then we are done.
But on the phone, you not communicate on the phone, right?
Like this year, I think we have talked. I think twice this year. Yeah, we do communicate
Yeah,
twice this year. I think.
that's not talking. Now, what Isaiah was saying, it's good you are defining cheating. And what Isaiah said initially is he was constantly chatting with his ex. And that, I think that's considered cheating because the end of the discussion will be you will just meet up. They always find an excuse, especially. I have an experience with this thing. Let me say my story, my own. Most of my exes, they find a way for me and them to meet again. Yeah. And it's quite astonishing
So
because
so
when we meet, I
you,
know
you,
what
you
we will do. You see?
Yes.
you have a weak spot for your exes
There is no weak spot.
He's not.
because how do you end up meeting? How
you
do
know,
you end up meeting now?
yeah,
They want
that's
it.
what I'm talking about. Yeah, they, especially women, are crafty in their way of seduction
No,
because they will ask you to meet with
no,
them and they will craft some things about it. They will say they just want to discuss, they just want this and that. And then in the end, you will start with the discussion, but the memories will take you back. In the midst of the
Yeah.
discussions, your memories will take you back. And every man is weak. Even the strongest man in the world, physically, emotionally, they are always very weak.
But you know, now that one depends on how you ended now the
Yes.
me there is an ex of mine. If we meet today, Isaiah knows her. If we meet today, vita tu. Vita. Huyu hata afanye nini hatuwezi patana tuongee.
Yeah.
So so I can say that it also depends on how you ended the relationship. Like if
Yes.
it
The
ended
terms.
on the good side, you can at least still. But if it ended on the bad side, let me tell you, there is no meeting up again. So me, I prefer ending the relationship on the bad side. You know, ile kwenda hata tusaipatana ndio at least usikuwe na excuse ya kukatana tena in future. Lakini kitu ati now you are breaking up today and you are now go take care, hope you'll take care of yourself. What nonsense is that you are
Excuse.
breaking up with somebody and you are wishing her well or you are wishing him well. You know, chances of you two people meeting together and smashing is very high compared to wale wenye we have ended things, you know, terribly. Ile kwenda hata urudishie shati yangu. I want my jacket back, blah blah blah, you know, such things. So as for me, okay, this one neighbor, my ex neighbor, we ended things.
Amicably.
But kuna ule mwingine mwenye karibu anitoe roho. Huyo tukipatana na yeye vita. Huyo hakuna kupatana, hakuna kumit again tena.
Let me
So
ask you.
huyo
Let me ask
like
you one question, Amu. Let me ask you a question, Amos. You are saying ending the relationship on a bad note is a positive thing to your new relationship. That's literally what you mean.
ex- exact.
Yeah, and I support that. I support the fact that it's the positive, not that you should end it in a bad note, but the positive impact of it. Like me, I believe when you cut off something, cut off totally.
Umepunguza.
Ati mi nimewacha bana. Mie hata nikipita hapa siwezi rudia. So I believe that when you cut it off, even the friends, because to prevent yourself, because mental strength is rare. Mental strength is rare. Imagine kama mtu kama Hitler alijiua na all his power, all the power he had in the world, but he couldn't withstand failure. So, and then you believe, even people in the Bible, David, Solomon, yeah, all these people, Samson, all these people are an example. They fell into the trap. So you must cut off. That's what I believe. Like, even if you end on a bad note or not end in a bad note, the final product of meeting again or communicating is just you will cheat. You understand what I mean?
Yes, but God, let me add something. See,
Yes.
cheating is not only sexual. There are many modes of cheating. You know, you might be
Yeah.
denying your wife some special time, and you're busy chatting there with maybe your ex, your girls. You're giving them more time. You see, for instance, for me, I always end my relationship. I never end them on a bad note, but I always let it was in the past. I did let my partner know that we will no longer be a business as usual. You know, for me, I've never changed my number for a long
Yes,
time,
Amos. I think we have lost
but
Isaiah in the
nobody calls
connection.
it my ex. There is no ex who has ever called me because I
Mm-hmm.
always make it
So
clear.
what Isaiah was saying,
I make it clear in a way that
Yes.
she will understand it.
cheating is not
You
only
see,
about
I
the
just make
sexual
it
element.
clear to her, tell her,
Yeah.
You know,
we
even
have been in
giving
love for a long
your
time.
ex
You see,
attention, time,
I
that also
I
can
agree
be
that we have been
cheating,
intimate at some
depending on
point,
your partner. For let me say
but
that for the female,
I agree
the
that you
female,
have been
the
intimate at
female
some
gender
point,
is
but
very,
right
I can say
now
that they are jealous.
you'll have to get a new partner.
Yeah.
I have to get a new partner, and
Yeah,
so
most
life
of
will
them
go on
cannot
without you.
withstand,
It's not that you're my enemy.
like for,
Maybe
yeah,
we
for
might talk
most
sometime,
cases,
but
like
don't.
most female can't
It's
stand
not that
their
we'll be
man
talking
talking to other
like we used to.
women or giving
We
other
will
women
be
attention.
just like regulars. I meet you. Hey,
Yes.
hello.
So
Long time. That
depending
way.
on your type of your girl or type of your woman,
Hello,
Yes.
the supporter is there that
guys.
also that communicating attention, you can also categorize that as cheating. And you as a man, you are supposed to know you are a woman so that you can
Oh,
avoid
I
that.
mean,
If you are a
yeah.
woman with a jealousy type, then you should avoid that, other women some extra attention for your things to be.
Okay, I second you. That's what is I was thinking. But in my opinion, I don't think you should base your decision of not cheating on your wife or someone. Like, if you say you are not cheating because your wife doesn't want you to, it means you can do it. You want to do it. If you're given freedom, it means you can do it.
You know, most men, like, let's just pick up.
Yeah.
Most men, men are polygamous in nature.
Yeah.
No matter how we deny it, it's just in our nature.
Mhm.
No matter how we run away from it. So I can say that at the end, yes, you can say that you don't want to cheat, but at the end, you find yourself in certain corners, in certain situation, in certain position that being strong can be very.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm telling you. If you decide to cut off, you have to cut off completely. There is no talking, there is no nothing. You just have to cut off fully. So you are the one discussing this thing. Ulikuwa unasema we start by defining cheating, then you tell us why you will choose cheating over masturbation. So what was your exact definition of cheating?
Okay, according to me,
Yes.
cheating is involving with another person other than your partner sexual.
Yes.
Yeah, you should put the sexual part in bold.
Yes.
So when you find yourself uh, sexually active with another person other than your partner, then according to me, that is.
So you would rather cheat than masturbate. Why not masturbate? So you will choose that over masturbation, yeah? At gunpoint.
Yeah, okay. There are many reasons why I will choose cheating or I will choose cheating.
Yeah.
I remember last week I was reading an article on the side effects of masturbation.
Yes.
Yeah, and according to that research, excessive masturbation can lower your libido.
Yes.
Yeah, it can even cause injury to your man.
Elaborate that. How?
Eh, you know, okay, to somebody to successfully masturbate, your hands should be soft. Maybe you should use oil, massage oil, blah blah blah, vitu kama hizo. And for most people, they can't afford those.
Yeah.
How?
Masturbate. In the process, you can injure your, and that will be
Yes.
a big lose to a man, losing your man.
Okay.
So
Do you
I
know
can
one
say that.
thing? Do you know one thing? there's something you've said there. What you're saying, you can injure your manhood. I concur with that. You never know. But that thing is very delicate. I don't think you can easily injure it. You will definitely look for lubrication.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
But most people can't afford that lubrication.
But Isaiah the other side told us the soap. There's a guy who used to use soap.
Arimis,
So yeah.
how can you not? How are you not able to sponsor your own fantasies? Hey,
Okay, there are some people. There are some people who even can't afford.
Yes.
You have been here kwa ground vitu ni ngumu. So you might be wondering, okay, I remember when I used to live in Gizrai, one of my friends used to call it self-pollination.
Yes.
So there are some people who can't afford even the soap to self-pollinate themselves.
it does not
Yes.
require a large amount of soap. You just apply a little soap. It just requires even some commitment.
Isaiah, are you talking from
Then
experience?
God, the other
I'm talking
then
from
okay,
I've observed the
the other thing that Isaiah said about cheating, that it will consume a lot of your time and resources. Also, masturbating will consume a lot of your time and resources.
Yes.
Because contrary to cheating, masturbating, you must have to find a location, a quiet location, then picture. Some people used to picture naked women, or that thing is time consuming. So I can say that, okay, just same to cheating.
Yes.
Also, masturbation is also time and resources consuming, because you'll have to look for a spot, sabuni, then you'll have to chonjo chonjo, unakaa chonjo chonjo, hata una amani, and that is time consuming, and also I can say resource consuming. For people like Isaiah who use lubricants, if you buy lubricants, it's Isaiah, it's how much size per bottle?
massageoid or which one?
Eh,
Massageoid, I
massage
think it's haifiki 500.
100.
Haifiki.
Now listen,
That's all.
Amos. Amos is saying about time, right? I just want to ask Amos one thing. You are talking about time, Amos. Masturbation and finding a girl. Which one is time consuming, according to you? Which one takes a lot of time? Looking for a girl or masturbation? You are saying finding a place. People will just run in a bush. People will run in a toilet. People are in their rooms. Like, it's not difficult, but trying to convince a girl. Now, this is a choice between masturbation and cheating. You are trying to cheat. You are trying to convince a girl. You have a wife. Maybe this girl doesn't know or she knows. To find a room, to find a place. Which one is more time consuming?
Let me tell you one thing first before I answer your question. In
Yes.
this current generation, I can say cheating is much easier than masturbation.
You saying, my friend?
My friend, like, yani saizi kuambia mtu kupee it's much kitu siku hizi watu
Yes.
it's not like the the old days where you used to buy flowers, you take her out, you nini nini. Siku hizi just say oya tunipe, then she later say yes or no.
What
Yes.
And I
if she
can say
says
that is
no?
much easier. That is
Do
much
you think?
easier
Do you
compared to
think this?
now going.
Do you think, Isaiah, this is true?
Whatever he's saying, maybe Amos these are some of the things that Amos has gone through. So some are true, but
Yes.
uh, I'm I'm
He's
kidding
talking
you
out
not,
of experience.
but out of experience. But
Yes.
Amos is a cool guy. Our listeners should not be. That's just a commercial break. But let me tell you one thing. It's not. It's
Yes.
easy as he says. It's true. The times are changing. It's easier now. Maybe some to those who are still dating. It's easy maybe to just go straight to the point. Maybe tell there are sites even people go and buy escorts. It's
Yes.
not easy as he purports to say that it will be for free, that he'll just say, "How are you? Come here. I want to smash you." Hey, girls, she will never come. You see,
You have to
maybe
put
Ona,
some
if you
let
are
let
effort.
talking
me
about
let me
those,
use an example.
maybe those sites. Okay, there are those
Let me use
sites
an
that
example. Okay, my example is this: like Isaiah, like for now, I know if you scroll on your contact, I know you can get at least 5 girls whom you are very sure huyu nikiomba hawezi nini. I'm sure every man has, like, and then I'm sure saizi tuseme, if you, okay, like bad luck, sisemi ati ni hivyo, tuseme bad luck, you have broke up with your mama, tuseme bahati mbaya,
God
and you
forbid,
want to move on. Yes,
I
let's
can't
say
go back to the
okay, God
market.
forbid. Okay, how long will you take to find someone to smash? Not for long term
Okay,
relationship. Tuseme saizi you have broke
for
up with your
sexual needs.
girl. Hey, saizi, how long can it take you to find someone to smash? Saizi,
I'm in Meru, so due to language barrier, it will be even a month.
but
Hello? I'm saying I'm in Meru, so it can take even a month. It's language barrier. Some people here don't understand Swahili and English.
Now, Isaiah, let's rule out your location.
Yeah.
Okay?
When you
let's say
What
you
reach
are in
Meru,
Amos
Nairobi.
means, yeah, what Amos means is the the 5 people you have that you can text. How many of them will accept
if
sexual consent with you?
right now, I don't know. Maybe it's about your convincing power. But for me, I
Yes.
know I'm very good.
Yes, and I know Isaiah, you are a
But
very you are a good convince.
I don't think it
So I
it
know
cannot take
it
that
can take.
long for a man.
Yeah, exactly. What I was saying, that now what I was saying is that cheating nowadays, it can't take you.
That's true.
So as for me, that's why as for me I would prefer cheating, because it's much easier and simple, especially if they know you have a.
Now, according to me, according to what you're saying, you know, masturbation is less time consuming, but what I can take from you is that you would rather cheat because you would rather buy time and cheat because you don't want to maybe break your values of maybe you don't want to associate yourself totally with masturbation, and also the thing that you said about lowering libido. But something funny is, according to Healthline, it's one of the myths. Like masturbation has several myths. Something like lowering libido is one of the myths according to Healthline. That's what I came across while doing a research. So I don't know. I don't know. There's no research that says lowering libido is one of the effects of masturbation anyway. And now back to you, Isaiah. You said you'll rather, at gunpoint, you'll rather masturbate than cheat. But on the other discussion, we were talking, and Lucy said masturbation and cheating is just one in the same thing because your partner doesn't know you're doing it anyway. because you're hiding. Both of them is a thing that you hide. So what is your comment on that? Is that the main reason why people should not do both things? Because at first you said you cannot choose any of them, but at gunpoint, which one would you rather? So, but both of them, maybe you will give an argument that both of them are just a form of cheating.
I agree with you. Whatever you have said, your comments are valid, but it always depends on perspective. What in your relationship? How do you communicate? It matters communication. Maybe
Yes.
I might be masturbating and my wife knows it and she's okay with it. That's a point we are not considering. But if you're considering that one, I think it's not something that is bad as cheating, because I don't think in this world any woman wants to share the man with somebody else. If just asked politely if she can agree, I don't think. Maybe those girls who are married to rich men and they don't have any control over them, but most women, they don't want to share. You see, we are just like animals. Nobody wants to share whatever they have with anybody else. Maybe if it's something bad that you just want to share it, maybe poison, poison you can share. But
Yes.
masturbation and cheating, they are not all of them are not morally upright with all, according to our religion, to Christians and Islamic. As much as Islamic allows people to marry 4 wives, it does not have room for cheating. Cheating is not the same as having multiple wives. You see, having wives, it's something that is legalized. It's known that he has 4 wives. You see, not 4 girlfriends. You see,
But
I'm talking
Isaiah,
from that point of view.
one thing you should understand is your arguments. Let me say this: your arguments are based on your belief on something, right? And it's good to believe
Yeah,
in
yeah.
something because human existence need a belief. We have also talked about human existence on another episode. If you want to check it out, viewers, you can check it. So if you want to live a life, you must believe in something and existence. Me and you came into a conclusion that creation and God is the one that is the only thing that makes sense about existence. But this argument on cheating or masturbating, it shouldn't be focused on what you're constricted by, not based on religion. This is what I believe. It should be your personal choice. Not because this one says, like I was telling Amos, some people say they cannot cheat because their wife doesn't like it. This means you like it, but because your wife doesn't like it, you don't want to do it. Yeah.
Though at some point, you
Yes.
can't say that you are guided by your own. You are guided by the principles that some people have passed down to you. You have read some from the books. Maybe you have gotten
Yes.
some 2 things from the Bible, 3, 4 from the Quran. Like for me, I've gotten mine. I'm shaped according to the Quran, Bible, and most of the experiences I've gone through in my life. So for me, I'd rather not cheat, because getting now, it's for me it's hard to multitask. I don't want to be there lying to a person that I'm thinking about you and it's a lie. For me, I don't know how to lie and appear like it's the truth. For cheating, you have to satisfy different people, and you're one person. How will that go on with you for how long? And you are a person, you have also to to understand that you have to live your own life too, apart from having girls all around. You cannot be cheating. You have your house. You need to focus on your career. You have your hobby. You see, it will be expensive. Even if it will be expensive for you, time consuming, first of all, resources. You see, in the long run,
Yes.
it's not something that you want to engage. That's why for me, I'm concluding that all of them, they are vices that you'd rather not practice in. But maybe if you are at gunpoint, or maybe at some point, we are human beings. You can be mentally broken. You maybe have depression. Maybe you don't want you want your time alone from your partner. Rather than cheating, I'd rather you just go masturbate. Because even when you go to masturbate, you have some ideals that control you for some. I don't know if you're going with that idea. Just look yourself in the mirror doing the act. It's not something that it will be. And for instance, maybe for us who have families, you get caught in the act, it will be embarrassing. But for me, why you practice any? Just if it's not your partner, you want free time alone. Your partner is not maybe satisfying you. Maybe you can. We have other activities to make marriages more appealing. It's not a must that sex or what. There are some you can just go hiking. Like for me, here in Meru, there are some places we always go and walk. This one is called it's a valley. So we have some good scenes here.
Yeah. So we discussed about masturbation, positives and negatives, and today I think we've just done the same thing but in a different approach. And it has been a very good discussion. Sorry we have lost Amos in the connection, but there are a few facts here, like a few research facts that have been posted on Healthline. Healthline is like a website for where health tips are posted there. So there are some things I would like to just say in this podcast before we wind up. So first of all, they describe masturbation as a common activity that involves touching the genitals and other sensitive areas of the body for sexual arousal and pleasure. Then they say it's a natural, safe way to explore your body, feel pleasure, and release built up sexual tension and occurs among everyone. Then, as we started the video, I told you guys that 27 to 40% of women masturbate, and 41 to 65% of men masturbate. This means it's a very common thing among people. Then, when I was curious to ask about the negative impacts of masturbation, I was perplexed to find out that they say there are no, unless it's compulsive, there are no negative effects. I'm not saying you should do it, but
That's
unless it's compulsive, and this is something you say, Desire, unless it's compulsive, it's not something bad.
yeah.
So they are saying benefits of
It's
masturbation.
an normal.
Yeah. Yeah, you said it's a normal thing. I remember.
It's a normal thing.
So they are saying masturbation is a healthy sexual activity. It can benefit your physical and mental health. Then they have specified that very few research about sexual intercourse and stimulation have talked about masturbation. So scientists have not come up with any conclusions about the negative impacts of masturbation. But apart from apart from these not being harmful, they have stated some important positives. They may help that masturbation may help you to relieve stress, built up stress. It may help you sleep better. It's like sex. When you do sex, most of the time you calm down, anxiety is over, then you relax. Then you feel pleasure and enjoyment. For those who like enjoyment and pleasure, maybe they do it.
Mm-hmm.
It relieves cramps. Then for women, during hormonal imbalance, especially when they are pregnant, they have a lot of sexual urge. So it reduces their sexual urge. You use masturbation to reduce your sexual urge. So in some way it's a benefit to men because instead of your woman going out to cheat, this discussion was not one way, it was two way, men and women. Instead of your woman going out to cheat, they would rather I know all men will support, they would rather masturbate than cheat. Then
Yeah, when
according to
tables
this,
turn.
yeah, according to all these things that I just mentioned, if I was held me myself to a gunpoint, I would say I would rather masturbate because in real sense, especially if I was a woman, I would rather masturbate because most women, they need a foreplay to engage in sex. And in my definition, foreplay is just a form of masturbation. I think so because what is it then? You need to arouse this person's sexual mood. You need to arouse it because before you have sex, they must be in the mood. So if I was a woman, I would rather masturbate than cheat because it's a process involved before sex. What do you think about that, Isaiah?
I think that's true. That's why it's not one of the reasons I say that I'd pick masturbation because of that. But I think at
Yeah.
some point maybe the body misbehaves, and they'll have to
Yeah.
assist you for the body to behave. You see, for you to act normally, I think they'll have to stimulate you a little bit. No, it's just masturbation in that it's not because you are doing it with your partner. It's not that it's not now masturbation. That's why I'm saying it's a normal thing. People are practicing it, but now when you over practice it, it becomes an issue. But
Yeah.
on the other
It's like,
hand, now cheat.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
On
On
the
the
other
other
hand,
hand,
cheating is not a normal behavior. Cheating means just like masturbation. Maybe if you are masturbating alone, that means you don't have control over yourself. You see, you don't respect your partner, you are not responsible. And let me tell you, God, if there is one thing that is more important than love in any relationship, it's loyalty. Once that is broken, and masturbation cannot break that one, cheating can. Once that is broken, even if you love that person entirely up to the sky and back, it will never work. You'll just be sitting around and you just remember, hey, my girl she was undressing willingly. And you lose your head. You'll never
yeah,
come
you are
back to
you are you, you
when
are
your partner
speaking the
cheats.
entire truth. You are speaking the entire truth because loyalty, even not just in marriage and intimate relationships, even in natural relationships like friendships, loyalty comes first. Even in families, loyalty comes first. Once you break the trust, it's trouble to repair it.
Yeah,
So
that's why
also another thing,
I'd rather
another
masturbate.
thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why you'd rather masturbate. That's why I also side with you on that. And then, but for men, I don't think masturbation is normal for a man. I don't know. I don't know, but I think that's not normal for a man. People have done it. Last time I said maybe you or me have done it. You may never know, but it's not a normal thing for a man. For a woman, I just gave my explanation. Women need a foreplay before sex, so I think masturbation is normal for them unless they are doing it hiding somewhere and they are doing it compulsively for no reason. Then it becomes a problem when that happens. But when they doing it just before sex or to calm themselves down rather than looking for a cheating partner, then I think it's normal for them. There's a study done in 2015 on married women, and it's fascinating. It's interesting because those who reported masturbation experienced more orgasms. You see, this is a very funny research because for women, this I'm talking about women, their sexual desire increased, so their sex life with their partners was much better, and their marriage and sex life was much better. You can imagine that was a research. That's why in my argument I said if I was a woman, I would choose masturbation over infidelity. So I think we agree on that, me and you, Isaiah, as we had said. And we are sorry to our viewers we lost Amos because of connection. But we like to wind up this discussion on a high note. So what would you tell our viewers as we part ways today, Isaiah?
I thank you, God, for that opportunity. I'd like to tell our viewers, whatever we are saying, it's not a conviction, it's not universal. These are just our opinions. You can air your views in the comments. Uh, Tell us what do you think is morally okay. What would you rather do, even if it's not at gunpoint, to satisfy yourself, to have control over your life. But for me, my parting shot in this, I'm just telling you, it's okay if if you prefer anything one to the other. It's totally okay, but there are some consequences. Every choice has consequences. That's why there is always a saying that says something must kill a man. And for me, that is not masturbation. Maybe masturbation, you can just masturbate maybe and slide in the bathroom, maybe hit your head on the in the toilet and die. But now for cheating, even if you'll not die of STDs, maybe your partner will kill you. There's no, it's not that people we have the same level of tolerating some vices. But for me, what what I would rather, if I was advising maybe my young brother or my friend, I'd let us just have control of our sexual lives. It's let us live a life that is exemplary, not only to other people, but a life that you'll be proud to live. You see, it's not only about making money, about what. Let us live a life that you are contented with, and that you're happy to share with somebody. Even if it's your sexual life, you can share even with your parents. Tell them, no, you see, I do these things. It's just it's sexual education. Okay, back to you, Gad.
Yeah, thank you very much. What caught my attention in your parting shot is be content with your own life. Like, ask yourself, if I see myself in the mirror, let's say you are acting the movie and you are the same viewer, you are the viewer. On the other side, you are watching yourself. Would you be proud of yourself? That's what I will ask my viewers. That's what Isaiah means, basically. When you are watching your own movie,
Yes.
will you be proud of yourself? What is your story? Will you be proud of your story?
Can you watch with your children?
Exactly. And will you be proud of it? Most of us won't be proud of it, but the best stories are the one where you are the villain. Then you end up becoming the good person. Like, you start bad but end well. So if your story is not good up to now, you can make a change so that even siku ya kiyama, when God unleashes the videos, you will say, I did this and this, but God, you can see at the end, at the end, I did my best. You see, you can have a platform of argument. Yeah. So my parting shot is this. I will just quote a study. So a 2016 cohort study, 2016 cohort study. This is something about masturbation and prostate cancer. You mentioned it the other time. So,
Yeah.
according to some research, multiple ejaculation reduces the chances of prostate cancer.
Posted.
But yeah, so I want to drop this. I want to drop this research to my viewers as our parting shot. If you're caught up between the crossroads of cheating and masturbation, I want you to remember this. A 2016 cohort study of participants and
Participants.
31,925 participants in the study and 18 years of follow-up on these participants
Hey.
found out that 18 years of follow-up, remember, found out that a lower risk of prostate cancer was associated with a high frequency of ejaculation. A survey of current literature from 2016 noted that 44% of studies analyzed reported a similar link between frequent ejaculation and lower prostate cancer risk. There is no evidence that ejaculating reduces cancer, but when you are caught at crossroads between cheating and masturbating, and you are a man, remember that. Thank you very much, viewers. See you in the next episode. See you again, Isaiah, on the next episode.
Thank you.